it take to become a rising star in women's football? Speed? Agility? Or does it take guts and raw skill? Or maybe it's all about charisma and personality? Today, we're diving into the inspiring journey of Alisha Lehmann's life and career. And stay tuned so you don't miss one of the best rising star stories of a lifetime. Early life. Born in January 1999, Alisha grew up in a heavily sports-oriented family. Her father was a fellow footballer and a defender for FC Geneva. Her mother was a professional table tennis player who played at the national level and won several accolades. And finally, both of her older brothers also have talents in swimming and tennis. From an outsider's perspective, it's easy to understand how someone like Lehmann can develop such a skill. From a very early age, Lehmann displayed an interest in football, and more than that, she also showed an excellent level of skill. At the early age of 10, Lehmann spent her entire youth at the FC Geneva where her skills were sharpened. Club career. Lehmann would go on to improve said assets, displaying an exceptional level of competency. In 2017, after being spotted by top recruiters, she signed her first professional contract with the BSC Young Boys. The news of her admittance spread like wildfire, which allowed her to play for the Swiss women's national football team. Lehmann began her first season after being admitted by blazing the field and making a name for herself. At the BSC Young Boys, she scored a whopping 3-0 in a stunning hat-trick that nobody saw coming against FC Stade. She subsequently stormed the records by becoming the top scorer of her team with 9 goals. Before leaving the team, she cemented herself through a striking performance of 25 goals in 52 league appearances. Rising to new heights. The following year, Lehmann was signed onto Super League's West Ham United. A recent match in the 2018 U19 European Championship was said to be the catalyst for the decision. West Ham manager Matt Beard was purportedly impressed at how Lehmann displayed raw physical skill at the field, prompting him to sign her on. Her tenure with the West Ham United proved Matt Beard right. In only her first few games, she cemented her name on the field. Lehmann crushed Reading in their match on February of 2019. With the score being 2-1, Lehmann was responsible for not half, but for all of the goals. She scored another impressive 9 goals in all 30 appearances. Her second game against the same opponent in April 2019 was a big contributor for helping the club reach the FA Cup final. Advancing to the knockout stage of that year's Continental Cup, Lehmann's performance on her game in November 2019 led the match with a 1-0 crushing victory. Building on that amazing trail, when the new year rolled around, West Ham went up against Brighton in what seemed the end of Lehmann's rise. But in a shocking development, just as the match was about to end and there seemed to be no hope, Lehmann scored a death-defying 2 goals in the span of 3 minutes. The amazing turn of events sent the crowd flying as Lehmann displayed the play of a lifetime. After being on loan in Everton, Lehmann went to sign on for Aston Villa in 2021. On this new journey, Lehmann achieved her first goals in her match against Sunderland in December. Lehmann topped off her premier season with 24 appearances with an impressive 4 goals. Her tenure with Aston Villa was even more thrilling in a match against Leicester City after being signed on for the 2023 season. With the score all tied up, Lehmann didn't go down without a fight. She scored the deciding point in the 93rd minute. Against the same team on March, Lehmann once again displayed her own brand of athleticism and skill as they demolished Leicester with a gut-wrenching 5-0 win. Lehmann effectively scoring 40% of those goals. Lehmann finished the season by hitting an astounding 6 goals in 31 appearances. And though hitting the like button is a matter of favor and not doing so is your right, the editor works tirelessly day and night on this creation, and a little appreciation goes a long way. Thank you very much. Worldwide player. Before turning of age, Lehmann made her debut at the Swiss U17 national team on April of 2015. In only her first game, the Swiss team mowed over Serbia in a massive gap game of 8-1. In the game against Finland, Lehmann didn't get her first goal of the season until the 61st minute. It wasn't a close game, and Lehmann topped out the match with a 4-0 score. Trailing on the winning goal, in the 1-0 game against the Republic of Ireland, Lehmann proved to be the star of the show and kicked their way to victory. Despite the promising results of Lehmann's team, they were eliminated in a rousing 5-2 match against Spain. After seeing the potential and raw skill of Lehmann, she was selected for the qualifying phases of the 2017 U19 European Championship. Lehmann played a trifecta of results beginning in July 2018 against France. Her goal in the 80th minute tied the score between Switzerland and France, effectively ending the match in a draw. Against Spain, she didn't fare much better as Switzerland copped out on a 2-0 score. But Lehmann came back with a vengeance. After a draw and a loss, Switzerland didn't let up against Norway. Lehmann took a third of the goals in a win against her opponents. After finally qualifying for the senior Switzerland national team in 2017, Lehmann scored her first goal against Finland in March 2018. Her first official tournament came up the month after against Scotland, where Switzerland had the upper hand. This victory resulted in their much-deserved qualification for the 2019 World Cup. The victory was very much short-lived, however. After sustaining an ankle injury, Lehmann had to undergo surgery the month after. Best seasons. Lehmann's performances dominates the fields as she does what she does best, scoring the goal. Her seasons with the Aston proved to be one of her best games on the field. Her 2022-23 season in the Women's Super League proved superior with 22 appearances and 5 goals, ending the Aston Villa run that year with 6 goals. But what probably takes the cake is the freak occurrence in her consecutive U19 games. Against Croatia and Czechia, she scored not 1, but 2 hat-tricks, effectively scoring 100% of the goals in the game of the latter and drawing the match. When it comes to making that goal come through, Lehmann doesn't miss, and she most certainly delivers. Awards and accolades. Lehmann proved that she was no slouch, and that she could play on the field to a degree of recognition. With her stay at Aston Villa, Lehmann was named Women's Supporters Player of the Season for 2021-2022. 2 seasons later, Lehmann scored the deciding point in a victory over Brighton and was consequently named Player of the Match. And in the ultimate honor, in July, Lehmann was selected for the 2023 World Cup. She played in 2/3 of the group stage matches, and although she played to the best of her abilities, Switzerland was eventually eliminated by Spain. Legacy. Lehmann's skill on the field might have been phenomenal, but she's also been known to be a trailblazer outside the game. Being an influential figure, she has been seen participating in the promotion for the inclusion of LGBT+ in the world of sports. More than a talented footballer, she has been shown on numerous occasions to be a charismatic figure, propelling contemporary sport into the spotlight. Through her vibrant personality and raw talent, she continues to be an inspiration to people all over the world. Lehmann proved to the world that talent will get you somewhere, so long as you work hard at it, and that's exactly what she did. Do you think Lehmann will keep rising through the ranks? What do you think of Alisha Lehmann's inspiring story? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to SportsHell for more awesome sports stories. Until next time, let's keep enjoying the game.